Hi everyone, this is Ayush back again with another video on today's the topic will be summarize written text, and I'm gonna tell you each and everything that you need to follow while doing your written texts and how the marks are divided and all. And you can check that there are a lot of other videos that I've already uploaded related to your each and every task that you need to know in order to get your 79 plus. And there's a series that I'm running for the moment, you can say 79 plus series. So we have done already the reorder paragraphs, read alouds, read lectures, reading blanks, and so on. And you must also check this video like how the skills profile for the PTE is divided and how do you get the marks for extended speaking and all. So basically, in today's video, as I told you again, I'm telling that this is for the 90 marks tips and in order to achieve for the summarized written text. Okay, so I'll be telling you each and every marking criteria and the number of tasks, how they're divided and how can you achieve it. And at the end of this video, I'll be solving one or two the written texts so that you can understand what techniques shall you use. Okay, so let's start first of all without wasting time on with our scoring, how they are divided. Basically, if I say this is for the 7 marks, and 7 marks in case of your writing, for it consists out of 90, you can say. So actually, they are divided into content. Like for 2 marks the content is given, 2 marks are given for vocabulary, 2 for grammar and spellings, and 1 is for form. And how they are divided, I'll let you know later on, but the number of tasks that we get are just 1 or 2. Okay, and the scoring over here, it's the partial credit. You don't get on the response of your correct or incorrect, just like your answer short questions and one word answers. So it's just based on the partial credit. It means howsoever and whatsoever you have written, it should be secured and it should be giving with the good marks. Okay, so if I'm talking about the allocation, they're divided into reading and writing section. You don't get marks only in the reading ones, you also get in writing, and you also have to follow the basic structures that in order to get marks for your writing. And this is basically dependent on your form. And if I talk about the timing, it's for 10 marks, sorry, 10 minutes, and 10 minutes are basically for your reading, writing, and the proofreading at the end. So let me tell you how your content is given to you. You get 2 marks if you provide a good summary of the text. If you're relevant to the topic, I mean, and all relevant aspects are mentioned. If you're not going out of the topic, 1 mark is given only when you provide a fair summary of the text and you can miss 1 or 2 aspects. Basically, from where you should be taking the lines and content, I'll let you know with the examples. But for the 0, you should be focusing on your, you can say, if you're missing or omitting any kind of or misrepresenting the main aspects which are in the text, so make sure that you're going to get this mark out of again, just wait. Okay, so these are just, let me make them correct first. So this is how you have to manage your content. Just try to stick to your text and all relevant aspects. It should be from intro and body and the conclusion. As you can check, there are many lines which are written, so we just have to focus on our intro and the conclusion part. Okay, so the next thing that you should be focusing on, it's your form, which is very important, because form is something that gives you the marks. If you're not putting a full stop, let me tell you, you do not get any single mark out of that. It will not check it out, right? So if you want to get 2 marks, so you have to contain approximately 5 to 75 words in between that. And if you contain approximately just leave it, just stick to it. It was for another task. And you can say over here you get 0 marks, because there is another exam which we call as PTE core. It's the latest exam that PTE has launched. So I'll definitely make a video on that. Let me show you PTE core exam, so you can go ahead and check it out on your computer itself or the phone. So in this, we can say, summarize written text length for the text, it has been replaced with 25 to 50, but over here it's 5 to 75. It is less than 5 words, so you get 0 marks in the form section, and definitely your entire text will not be checked, it will be 0. So make sure that you are going to get at least 2 marks in your form. And if you are having 75 words, or I mean more than 75 words, so you will not get any marks. So if it's written in the capital letters, there is no punctuation at the end, or you contain any kind of, it contains, you can say, in other words, the bullet points, so it will not score your entire text. Then I go to the grammar section. In this case, you can say grammar and spellings, they both are interlinked. 2 marks if you are having correct grammatical structure, and 1 mark is given for the grammatical errors, if it could be 1 or 2, but with no hindrance to communication, because at the time being you are a writer, the computer is becoming a reader. So he, or I mean like the test giver to you, like it will be checking basically if you are sticking to the limit or if it's easily readable. If it's not, then obviously like you will not get the scores. So 0 for the defective grammatical structure that can hinder your communication. Vocabulary like is given with the 2 marks if you have appropriate choice of the words, like the words which you are picking up, like it should not be out of the topic. I mean, it can be from your text or whatever is given in front of you, but it should not be out of the topic. It should be linked to the main ideas. I mean, that contains lexical errors but with no hindrance to communication, like it's for vocabulary 1 mark. And 0 is given if you have defective word choice which could hinder your communication. So these are the traits on which you are going to be checked in case of your summarized written text, guys. So let me tell you and the tips, you can say, how to do that basically, and what is the easiest way to do. See, there are 3 things that we can do, as I have already mentioned in many videos. Like there is a CEFR scale that I told you. CEFR level is the Common European Framework for References of the Languages. So it shows your levels, basically where you are up to from A1 to C2. You can be a basic user, you can be independent or intermediate, or you can be a proficient user as well. So in order to get the scores for this, you have to tackle the tasks also. Like again, like if you're getting A1 A2 level tasks, then it could be easier for you, and you can also get B1 B2 and C1 C2. That depends on your luck basically, but I should say if you're getting 2 written texts, so one can be for B1 and B2 level and the other one could be for C1 and C2, because you hardly get it for A1 and A2 level. They are for home based tests, and you can say the PTE core as well, or UKVIs. Like mostly academics are given with B1 B2 and C1 C2 tasks. I mean the intermediate and upper intermediate and advanced and proficiency levels of the tasks. Okay, so we'll do the normal one. That's not difficult, I've already read it, but I'll do it for you. Just let me redo it. Whenever you are reading a text, so you have to make sure of the main words. If you, even if you can write on your notepad, that's good. Like you can type it, I mean write it on your erasable notepad and use those keywords later. This is one of the techniques that I follow. And second one, like what I can do is I can just get the lines. I mean, there are 3 things that you have to make sure. The very first one are the words, like, or you can say the vocabulary words that you're getting, and you are going to make sentences out of that. Or you can take out the phrases as well. Phrases are the combination of the words that form, you can say, a phrase that is not actually a sentence. So you can put some phrases as well. Just for an example, the Maasai people of East Africa, so it is a phrase. The word is Maasai and people and East Africa, but we have to take the phrase, so it could be the phrase. And the last one is, it's your sentences. Okay, so in case of sentences, means you are going to take the entire sentence. Like the Maasai people of East Africa have long been celebrated for their distinctive culture and traditions. Let me tell you guys, this thing works for those like who achieve or who wants to basically get nearby 57 58 scores. But if you are aiming for the higher scores like 65 79 or 90 even, then you should be going at least for the sentence, I mean phrases and words, because out of these you are going to use your language, you're going to create it basically. Okay, you're not going to copy and paste it. So, and one more thing, that you get cut, copy and paste option over there at the bottom, just like cut, copy and paste. But you cannot copy the passage, I mean any lines from the passage, because they are case sensitive, you can say. So right now, like why we use those cut, copy and paste option? In order to cut, copy and paste these words or the sentences that you have written in your box, if you misprinted it or if you want to copy that, so you can use that. But right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of the lines. I'm going to read actually. Like the Maasai people of East Africa have long been celebrated for their distinctive culture and traditions. And let me tell you the main tip over here, that you always should be reading from the intro and conclusion part at least, right? So that you can get the idea about the text, like what it is based on and how it is to be done. The Maasai people of East Africa have long been celebrated. So I didn't know anything till this word. I don't know what they're talking about. Celebrated for their distinctive culture and traditions. I mean, like they're talking about their culture and traditions of Maasai people. One of the most unique transformative events in recent Maasai history has been the introduction of the Maasai Olympics, an initiative that combines sportsmanship with the preservation of cultural heritage. So you can see like the important phrases are like distinctive culture and traditions and the preservation of cultural heritage with the sportsmanship. So we can combine them. If you have the good lexical knowledge, if you have good grammatical knowledge, then you can definitely connect them. Otherwise, like, there is no need. What you can do is like try to cut and copy the line exactly. So what I suggest is you to go with like this technique. Always start with although, because there is a kind of formula that I use for the sentences. They are interlinked with each other. You have something in common, so you can connect them. Although, um, always start the line from the very beginning. I mean, don't take it from the middle part, because that may not complete your sentence, and the subjects and verbs are always taken from the very first part. So the Maasai people of East Africa have long been celebrated for their distinctive culture and traditions. You can take up this line. This is for, you can say, like the 58 score basically, and I'm going to do at the like 79 score as well in the end of this video. So make sure you are going to be there for your level. So traditionally, Maasai warriors gained honor and prestige through acts of bravery such as lion hunting. However, as wildlife conservation efforts intensified and lion population, so this is nothing which is linked. So don't take examples, don't take the bracket words, don't take dates on particular names. So just try to go with the common lines and the general sentences in response to these challenges. So they're talking about the challenges. This biennial event showcases athletic skills in sports like running, spear throwing, and high jump, and all inspired. So this is again like some examples. The twist is that instead of hunting lions, participants now compete to protect them. Okay, we can say this one, like this is the subject. Participants now compete to protect them. We should know like what are them over here. Protect these animals maybe. So just lines, you can say, because we need to know like what is the noun over here which is used. Then go with the and line, like there is although and one line, then again a line with a comma only, there is no any other connector, then you use comma and then you go for next paragraph. So you can take up this line. This is the conclusion part of this line. So it says like it sends a powerful message that cultural heritage and wildlife conservation can go hand in hand, and don't use personal pronouns like I, you, we, and then use yet means at the end, like this unique event has only one gained attention with Maasai. The Maasai Olympics serves as an example of how sports can intersect. Now the Maasai Olympics. So yet, or you can say if you have extra words, let me count, these are 41 for the moment. You can check the word count at the bottom of your screen in the real exam as well. So you can directly jump over to so, like although line, comma line, and line, so line. So this event showcases how indigenous communities can adapt and thrive while maintaining their cultural roots. So if you are going with this technique, guys, make sure that you're not going to take any incomplete sentence. It should be completed basically, right? So this is how like I am doing it, and the basic thing to follow is to just add on the lines with the complete SVO, subject, verb, and object. Okay. And always put a full stop at the end and then submit it. We cannot check it out because I don't have the VIP subscription on this ID for the moment, but definitely like it's correct and it's the best technique to use for your 58 plus score, or sometimes you can even get 65 as well if your content is good. I mean, you can get 7 out of 7 over here, but as I told you, if you are not explaining the good summary or relevant aspects are not mentioned, then you may get less score in your overall scoring. So make sure that you are going to connect it perfectly. Now let's do it with another technique that I follow for my complete 90 score. So over there for that technique, mostly there is no need that you are going to take the words from the entire passage or in the middle part or the intro. You can take it from the conclusion as well. Just like this, the Maasai Olympic represents a significant shift in Maasai culture. So you can rephrase it. You can say due to the celebration of, but make sure that over here you are going to use the correct spellings and grammar. Due to the celebration of the distinctive culture and traditions, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some words and phrases and connecting them in my own language. Distinctive and distinctive culture and traditions. Due to the celebration of the distinctive cultures and traditions, of the Maasai people, you can say. It is because they are forcing much on providing a shift to their culture where they have combined both of them. Their cultural roots are protected, and wildlife conservation is also there. So you can connect them due to the celebration of the distinctive culture and traditions of the Maasai people. It has become easier to adapt and thrive. I'm sorry, I'm very bad at typing. While maintaining their cultural roots, you can directly type it as well, and contributing to the global conservation efforts. So this is how like I can connect it due to the celebration of the distinctive culture and traditions of the Maasai people. It has become easier to adapt and thrive while maintaining their cultural roots and contributing to global conservation efforts. In Olympics, you can also say, or you can also define it in your own language because they have combined both of them. So you can say like due to the Olympics in Maasai, their people have gained the importance of the wildlife conservation to adapt and thrive and maintaining their cultural roots, something like that. I mean, this is in your hands how to make a sentence, how to frame a sentence, because it is very easy to copy, but it is little bit difficult to make your own words. So try to do according to your level. If you're aiming for 79 plus or 90 score, then I definitely say you like follow these guidelines at least. Try to stick to the proper summary of the text, and should be containing these words, and grammar should be corrected first of all, and your vocabulary has the appropriate choice of the words. Like over here I can see like cultural heritage and preservation, they were most importantly mentioned, right? So you have to focus on these important things that I told you, which is for your summarized written text. So make sure guys that you can follow any of these techniques. If you are not comfortable still, but you want your things or queries to be cleared, you have my number, of course, like it's there on my YouTube channel, and you can basically call on that particular number. And apart from that, you can directly reach to me by the comment box. You have the comment section, just comment there and watch these videos as well, that may help you out. And soon I'm going to make more videos on the related content. You can tell me in the comment box like which kind of video do you want next. All right. And apart from that, if you want to share your testimonies as well, like whosoever have scored from this particular platform on YouTube, like Ayush PT Elixir, they can share their testimonies too. I will directly upload the videos and will definitely promote you guys as well. So I just want lastly to please get subscribed to this channel in the future. Like you'll be getting a lot of content as you're already getting, and try to promote the videos so that I can help other students as well, guys. So thank you so much for being in this video. Kindly follow these strategies and share it again. Have a good day.